You know that feeling, right? That frantic search for a document you desperately need? Is it buried in some filing cabinet, lost in a mountain of paper on someone's desk? That chaos isn't just annoying, it's a hidden tax on your business's productivity. So today, we're going to break down the massive shift from those paper piles to real digital power and see how the smartest organizations are getting all that lost time and energy back.
Here's what we've got on tap. First, we'll look at the real cost of being buried in paper. Then we'll explore the digital lifeline that can pull you out and take a look at what a true expert solution looks like. After that, we'll break down the tech that makes it all possible, see what the tangible payoff is, and finally, what this means for your paperless future. All right, let's jump in.
So first things first, what's the real damage of sticking with paper? Well, it goes way beyond the cost of ink and storage boxes. We're actually talking about a fundamental business liability that's quietly draining your efficiency and putting your security at risk.
It's a simple question, but really think about it. If your most critical workflows, your archives, your entire institutional knowledge, if all of that is sitting on physical sheets of paper, then you're basically building your business on a foundation of quicksand. It's just not stable.
And you feel the consequences of this every single day. Think of the wasted hours your team burns just looking for stuff, the insane costs of physical storage. And in today's world, with all the data protection laws, every unsecured filing cabinet is a huge compliance risk. Not to mention, it's totally vulnerable to a fire or a flood. It all just adds up to a broken, inefficient way of working.
Okay, so that's the problem. What's the fix? Well, it's easy to just say, let's go digital. But the real answer is so much more sophisticated than just buying a scanner and crossing your fingers. Let's look at what a genuine digital lifeline actually is.
This is the key concept, right here. Proper digitization isn't a task. It's a total transformation. It's an end-to-end process that takes a physical liability, all that paper, and turns it into a powerful digital tool. It makes your information instantly searchable, totally secure, and plugs it right into how you actually get work done.
But, not all services are created equal. So what does the gold standard in this space actually look like? To really get it, let's dissect the anatomy of an expert, using a company called Micrographics Data as our case study, to see what separates the pros from the amateurs.
It's the perfect question. What does excellence really look like here? Well, it pretty much boils down to a few key numbers, and trust me, these numbers tell a very powerful story about experience, capacity, and most importantly, trust.
First up, experience. We're talking over 35 years of experience, since 1989. That kind of longevity in tech is huge. It means they've pretty much seen and solved every single challenge you can imagine. That's a track record you just can't fake.
Next, sheer capacity. Over 1 million pages processed every single day. Let that sink in for a second. This isn't a little back-office scanner. This is an industrial-scale powerhouse built to handle the most demanding enterprise projects on the planet.
And finally, trust. Over 500 organizations have put their most sensitive, critical documents in their hands. And it's not just about the number of clients, it's about the quality of those clients. I mean, just look at who these clients are. We're talking about Fortune 500 giants, government agencies like the National Heritage Board, who are literally protecting a nation's history, top universities, major healthcare organizations, high-stakes legal and engineering firms. When the organizations that demand the absolute highest levels of security and precision choose a partner, it speaks volumes. Now, you don't earn that kind of trust by accident. It's built on a foundation of truly superior technology. And this, right here, is where you see the massive gap. I mean, it's more like a chasm between basic services and a true enterprise solution.
And this is where it becomes crystal clear. Your basic approach, it uses a standard scanner, relies on manual keywording, and gives you pretty basic text recognition. But the enterprise solution, it's a different world. It uses industrial scanners and AI that automatically classifies documents, achieving near-perfect 99.9% accuracy with text recognition, even across multiple languages.
Let's just put these numbers side by side for a second. The daily capacity isn't just a step up, it's a 10-fold leap or more. But look at that OCR accuracy. The gap between 99.9% and, say, 85% is the difference between a reliable archive you can actually trust and a flawed one that just causes more problems. Across every single metric, the expert solution is playing on a completely different level. So here's how that amazing tech actually works in practice. First, documents are captured at incredible speeds. We're talking up to 300 pages a minute.
Then, AI automatically categorizes and indexes everything, which is a whopping 80% faster than a human could do it. Then, and this is crucial, automated systems check for quality in real time. Finally, the finished digital files are delivered to a super secure, compliant cloud platform.
This quote really gets to the heart of their advantage. It's the proprietary AI that delivers that unbelievable 99.9% accuracy. We're not talking about a small improvement here. This is a complete leap in quality and reliability over what competitors can typically achieve.
Okay, the technology is impressive, for sure. But what business leaders really want to know is, what are the results? What's the bottom line? So let's talk about the tangible payoff, the actual measurable return you get from investing in a top-tier digital transformation.
Let's start with the bottom line, costs. Look at this. By getting rid of physical storage, paper, printing, and all that manual handling, businesses see their operational costs just plummet. The data shows an average cost saving of 75%. Just think about that for a second. 3/4 of your document-related overhead just gone.
And the impact goes way beyond just the initial cost savings. Imagine cutting down the time it takes to find a document by 90%. A search that used to take 10 minutes now takes 1 minute. An hour-long hunt is over in 6 minutes. When you combine that radical time saving with the cost reduction, you see these staggering improvements in overall operational efficiency. It's a game changer.
And we come back to this number because it's not just a tech spec. It's a core part of the ROI. A 99.9% document accuracy guarantee means you can actually trust your digital archive completely. For anything in legal, compliance, or finance, that level of precision isn't a luxury. It's an absolute necessity for minimizing risk.
So, let's bring all this together. What does this really mean for the future of your business? We've seen the problem, we've seen the solution, and we've seen the results. Now let's zoom out to the big picture. At the end of the day, this isn't just about buying new software or a new scanner. It's a fundamental business decision. It's about evolving from an outdated, risky model to one that's built for the speed of the modern world. A model that is way more efficient, way more secure, and just flat out more competitive.
And I want to leave you with this final thought. Forget the problems of paper for a moment and just imagine the possibilities. What could your team achieve? What new opportunities could you jump on if every single piece of information you've ever created was secure, accurate, and available at your fingertips instantly? That's the true power of this transformation.